Hey, what's up? I'm Guy.
I'm John.
This is our YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel. Give this video a like.
Yep. DraftKings. We play every week. Football and golf. Sony Open this week. Link in the bio. Get in the game because, right, Guy, then you join our league. We include you in it, and you get to be in all of our games moving forward for 2021.
That's right. Use the promo code HAM when you sign up for your shot at millions of dollars. Come play with us, and we'll see. Maybe this is the week Middlecoff wins.
Maybe.
Do you have a squad? Sony Open, Wailea, Big Island, back in Hawaii. What do you think?
Well, last week, the Tournament of Champions / participants, because of 2020, you didn't have to be a winner. They let some guys in, was a no-cut event. So sometimes that skews me. Like every guy on my team was putting up big-time points.
Right.
This week, it gets a little more complicated, right? You got to think about not just who has a chance to probably get top 10, but who do you feel good making the cut? And that's one thing that as the season goes, which I'd say by about 6 or 7 times into the restart, you had a pretty good idea of who was playing well, who was not. I think it's kind of tough at the start of the season, especially in a field guy where, Webb Simpson, Colin Morikawa, the best 2 players in this. But it's a lot of, Kisners and Munoz and even guys like Sergio Garcia, who's played pretty well the last year, kind of in the mix. And you got to look at who played well last year. But because last year was so weird, I don't know how much to put in that. I think this is a tough tournament really to pick because your information, your sample size is always really low at the start of the season, and the field. It's one thing when a loaded field, you feel pretty good. Just take a Bryce and take a DJ Wright and put a couple lower tier guys. This one's a little harder. Like, is Webb Simpson, is he worth going 1,100? Because if you go all in for a Webb Simpson or Colin, and they do screw you, which is not, it's early in the season. It's not crazy. One bad round, you miss a cut, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a few names, guys that, and Colin Morikawa was $10,600 in DraftKings this week. Like you said, Webb Simpson's the most expensive. Harris English is actually more expensive than Morikawa.
And I like the Morikawa, Hovland, Wolf. I love those guys when they're in the 8s.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you a guy who in 2020, and don't forget 2021 technically started like at the end of 2022 in terms of the golf schedule. In 2020, I never bought in. And every time I never bought in, I regretted not buying in. And I've got a couple guys this week who are just good putters, who I think maybe putt well on a par 70 course. There's 12 par 4s and 2 par 5s. Brendan Todd is $8,200 this week.
Love Brendan Todd.
He wasn't great to start the 21 season, right? He wasn't great in September. Remember, after the great summer that he had, he missed a couple of cuts, including the Masters in November. But I think at $8,200, I think he's top 5 in putting so far. I'll do it again this season. By the same token, another guy who's 4th in putting this season is Lanto Griffin, who's $8,100, John. So
Love
I kind of
Lanto
like
too.
Lanto. And then if you want to go, another guy that I like, and again, very good putter. I'm going with putters. I think we got Bermuda greens again this week, John, just like last week. Abraham Answer, a little more expensive, $9,400. I know he's not really under the radar, but it just, what I liked about this one? Hawaii feels like a good place to raise a glass of Flecha Azul. So, Abraham Answer.
See, to me, it's easy to pick the higher end guys, like those type guys in this tournament, the Abe Answers, to me, the Kisners, the guys you feel pretty good about. They kind of turn in this tournament to your typical, like, a Koepka.
Yeah.
Like Wolf. They're kind of, you're going to ride a couple of those guys. It's all about the guys in the 7s, like Ches Reavie, Kevin Na.
How about
Kokrak.
Sepp Straka was good? I know Kokrak has not been playing great since he won, though. I'm with you. I like the ceiling.
The Kokrak had I put some cash on him just to win the tournament last week.
Yeah.
He had a stretch, I think, on day 2 where he had 8 or 9 birdies in 14 holes. Like his high end, because remember we talked a lot about it last year. Everyone was saying this is the best guy on tour to never win a tournament, and then he did win the CJ Cup, which is kind of a weird, like win a legit PGA tournament, right? This guy's going to, and I do think throughout the season early on he's going to be a guy that has really good value because maybe not win, but he definitely has like top 10, top 5 potential, right?
Yeah.
No one would be shocked. And I like that with my guys in the 7s. And listen, personal Hunter Mahan, I take him in all these type tournaments. He's been practicing, working his ass off with Sean Foley. He just got to put a couple rounds together. He has some blow up holes, but like some of those guys low in the 6s,
yeah, he's
that
top
have
15
won
in
before
putting,
and
I
trying to
think,
make a comeback. Yeah, I mean
this season.
he birdies holes. He just has some doubles, you know.
Yeah.
So you just no doubles. You're talking about a guy that's going to make a cut.
I'll tell you another guy. I had not thought about him until we're just talking right now. I got to go back and look at his game log. Has not been good lately, but Mark Hubbard had some really nice tournaments last year. He's at 6,600 if you're looking for a flyer there. So
he was good at the restart, remember?
Plus, he's got just a ton of chest hair, which to me,
Brendan
fly in
Steele,
Hawaii, man.
Brendan Steele, who lost to Cameron Smith last year in a playoff, you can get. So he's played well here. I do like a little course history, or you're just comfortable on the course. You can get for 7,100. To me, Charlie Hoffman is a type guy that I think Hoffman. I think Charles Howell. Some of those guys like Keegan Bradley. They just do well in some of these tournaments that don't have a lot of the big dogs, and they can make a cut and then just get like a top 20. Like, to me, that's what wins you a tournament like this. Mm-hmm. If, like, you have Morikawa and you have, let's say, Kisner or whatever your top guys, can you pick your lower-end guys that can make the cut and then get top 20s? Like, that's how you win money in these DraftKings games and probably win ours.
Yeah. All right. Get in the link below. Sign up with the code HAM if you haven't played with us before. Get in our Haberman and Middlecoff League. And we got a big football game as well. You can jump in.
Yeah, get in it.